Okay, so welcome to everybody. Welcome tonight to another episode of our Fast Track to Freedom. I asked you all to put some affirmations and what you're grateful for in the chat. I love reading these. You know, people are grateful for their families, for the Trading Academy. Goals are being funded by June. You know, some of you funded by next year. Grateful for family, funded by the end of the year. Ian's just said hello. Love Ian. People are grateful for the training, the support. Like, I tell you what I'm happy and grateful for. I'm happy and grateful that I'm in the right place at the right time with all of you. The people I've met on this journey, they're just like-minded people. It's so powerful to be around people that are like you. That's the biggest thing I'm grateful for. I'm going to jump straight into it because I've got some ground to cover before the big reveal. So I'm going to jump right into sharing my screen. So guys, if any of you lose me, the connection goes dodgy, just let me know. So you should be able to see. What I'm going to cover first is just why I started this concept in the first place. All right, just give you some context around what all of this is about. There's some of you that are new to the call. You've not been on the call before. Some of you that have been watching, not sure what's going on. I'm just going to fill you in. So I've been with the Academy a year, literally just over a year, and it's completely transformed everything. But what I found is that I was playing on £1,000 account, making £100, £200 here and there, and then blowing it because I was in a rush to double my account, or you know, my discipline of trading hadn't been formed enough because the risk wasn't big enough. I don't know, there was something missing, and I was just treading water, literally constantly, gaining some, losing some, gaining some, getting frustrated. It was a pain. And then around October time, Des launched like the funded account, and there was something about being funded that just resonated with me immediately. So first of all, it was, you know, having that profession like this. I'm a full-time trader. Like I wanted that. I've wanted that since I started. So I thought like, wow, this can like fast track me there. This can, for me, this could be the you know, the catalyst for all my goals in my life. And I wrote 100 at the start of the year. This is by far the biggest one that I want to achieve, funded. So it then sort of dawned on me that I can't be the only one that feels like this. You know, I can't be the only one that can benefit from this. So I started chatting to my group, you know, speaking to you all individually and like, you know, what do you think of this? And, you know, it came to a point where everyone felt the same. There was a missing jigsaw piece, and the funded account was the missing piece. You know, we've got the education from IM, which is fantastic. We've got the support from our mentors and our groups, which is fantastic. We just needed capital. We can make a profession out of this. That was it. So in November, so literally a month after Des launched those funded accounts, November, I came up with the concept of Fast Track to Freedom, and we launched the groups. I'm just going to explain what the groups are about, just for anyone that doesn't know, and any of you that do know that need a recap. This is for you as well. So the whole idea of Fast Track to Freedom is joining the Academy, going through the education. I'm going to break this down in a bit more detail. Becoming funded and then becoming free. Do you get that? The Fast Track to Freedom. Funded accounts was that missing piece that got us there. So what I want you to just visualize with me, bear with me with this one, all right? It will land, I hope. I want you to think about when you join the Academy, like we talk about having a launch call. I want you to think about you being on rocket for many, many reasons. One, to be an astronaut, do you realize what they have to go through to get in that rocket in the first place? For the absolute elite of the elite, smart, physically well, healthy, all that stuff, the elite. Well, you got in the rocket where you thought you know where the destination was without any training. So first of all, hats off all of you that have joined, because you joined on faith. You're going to learn something new, and you got in this insane machine and you didn't really know what you were getting into. So hats off to you for taking that plunge, right? Because that's massive. Now, I want you to think about this like a rocket, literally. Like the most amount of effort we all know is getting it off the ground. Huge amount of effort. And why is that? Well, everything's affected by gravity, yeah, on the Earth. I want you to think about gravity as being your current situation. Yeah, everything that keeps you on the ground, keeps you in your box, in your lane, however you want to think about it, whatever you consider as being like your day-to-day, your 9 to 5, you might not be happy in work, you might want more out of life, you might want more time, whatever it is, the gravity of your situation is what's keeping you on the floor. So number one, you stepped out of that, out of your comfort zone to get into this rocket ship. Okay? You then, if you think about, you know, exploding off the earth, yeah, getting out of your comfort zone, like literally the amount of effort that takes comes from you learning the skill. That's commitment. That's you plugging into videos. That's you asking questions. That for you that are in my groups, that's for you showing up every week. We've been running these for nearly 6 months. I've seen you all show up every week because you want to get there, you want to level up. That's a huge amount of effort. I'm talking Sunday nights, I'm talking weekends. You know, it's easy to switch on Netflix and complete, you know, anything that could waste your time in the world. You had the option to do that, but you didn't. You took a huge step and a huge amount of effort to learn the skill. So phase one, our first group, is about educating you, not just on the strategy either. I pour into you about personal development. I talk to you all about, you know, it's being 90% mindset and 10% skill. I'm going to hopefully cover that today as well. So imagine you're in this rocket, you've taken all this energy, you're flying up off the earth, and you're heading up. You don't know really where you're going, but it's blue and then it gets black, and you're heading into the abyss. Right? You're still in that faith. Like, I hope this works. I hope the education is real. I hope it works for me. I hope it all fills in. I hope it all lands. I hope I can understand it. They have all these like mixed emotions as well. You know, I remember. Anyway, you're flying up. Yeah, you're pushing the limits of our atmosphere, and you can have a few bumps, can't you? A few bumps on that journey when you're learning. A few things where you think like, I have no idea what you just said. You know, it's fun. It's agonizing at the time, but it's you know, it's enjoyable. Now you've got a choice at that point, haven't you? You know, when things get tough, we talk about mindset a lot because of this very reason. You've got a choice where you can let you can give up, let your rocket blow up, and you just shatter into a million pieces, and slowly make your way back to Earth, back into gravity, back into your same situation. But we don't do it. We carry on. Once you've learned the education, you go into phase two, which is all about refining the skills. All right. So that's where all we talk about is growing our account. Yeah, we think about the rules of the test. We're getting ready to pass the test and funded. So it starts with education, personal development, never really ends. We then start really, really tapping into, right, let's get journaling these traits. All right, let's have specific targets. We talked at the start of March last week. What's your target for March? Is it to perfect strategy? Well, that's always a target. Is it to hit 10%? That's always a target. No, it's just about keeping it smart. Like, what are we actually trying to achieve? By doing that, we can fast track. So imagine the amount of effort it took from you to get from group 1 to group 2. Now, any journey, we literally take it back to like rockets. I am not a rocket scientist either, put it out there. But like the journey's only just beginning when you get out of the atmosphere. Yeah, you might get rid of your fuel tanks, but you've still got the majority of the way to go. Exactly what phase 2 is, because a lot of us get there, we know how to trade, we get this strategy, we know what we're doing, but then, oh, I tell you what happens? Oh, I'm in a trade, I'm up 5 grand, I'm up 5%, I haven't hit TP. Our mindset can play games with us, and that's where mindset is so important. So if you get into the right habit, drilling that mindset in from day one with the education, you're a powerhouse. You can go anywhere in the atmosphere. You can go anywhere beyond. So phase 2 is all about empowering you to really, really get the skill under your belt. Then phase 3, a bit of a lonely group in a minute. A lonely group, phase 3. So I'm going to have to tell you about my vision for group 3, which is where we're now enriched. Phase 3 is for the pro full-time, maybe not full-time, but pro funded account traders. Okay, my vision for that group is we're talking about, right, we're gonna have a team meeting. Where do you want to go? Dubai? I don't know yet. It could take any shapes or forms, whatever. It's all up to us. But that third group, I want that full of all of you. I want everyone that's in my team, anyone that joins, anyone that wants to get funded, I want in that group. Everything before that is just a process. The Mecca is group 3. Currently, hasn't been created yet. So, very, very soon, that group will come to life. I think there's only one person on this call that qualifies, and she did it on her own, which is Katie. She's been on the call before, lovely, lovely person. She's funded, she's got what we want, and absolutely love it. So, why am I talking about, mindset and all that? Well, to get from phase 1, 2 to phase 3, we hear it all the time. You have to be coachable, committed, consistent. Yeah, all of those things are completely real. But how do you know how committed you are? So I'm going to ask you 2 questions, all of you. I don't want any of you to put it in the chat. I want this to be private. So I just read Rex's comment. Bogner could be a good shout. I hope there's a Bogner in Barbados, mate. I hope that's the one you're referring to. Right, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. I just want you to jot down the answers to these 2 questions, okay? Now, it's a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. And I want you to answer these 2 questions on that scale. So 10 the highest, 1 the lowest. So first of all, what is your willingness to learn? Scale of 1 to 10. What does that mean? Okay. Well, when you're learning something new, you have to put in a lot of effort getting the rocket off the ground. Hopefully, I'm connecting those dots from my rocket for you. Again, you don't have to put your numbers in the chat, but I'm loving what I'm seeing. Okay, so everyone's willing to learn. So what that also means is, what are you willing to give up? What are you going to sacrifice? Yeah, there'll be times where you've got to make choices. Like, shall I put on Netflix, or shall I go on Go Live? It's the easiest thing in the world to stick Netflix on and lose your mind for an hour. The reason I bring this up too is we've had it easy. We've had it easy. We've been in lockdown. We've had the pub shut. We've had the restaurant shut. Can't see our mates. We've not had any distractions. None. Well, but less. As the world starts coming alive again in the summer, how committed are you? What are you going to do? You're going to, I'm not saying, stay in and hibernate, but I'm saying, like, you've got to keep focused on this one question. What is your willingness to learn out of 10? Now, the second thing is, what's your willingness to change? This is kind of where the personal development comes in. James, don't start watching Night Manager. I lost 2 days of trading. Great tip. Won't do that. What is your willingness to change? Let's get back on track. If you think about where you are right now, your gravity, where you're stuck, whatever, that's all come from what you've done before. So if you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. So are you willing to change the way you think? Are you willing to start reading? Are you willing to commit to personal development every day? Are you willing to write affirmations in a chat box on a Tuesday night at 8? You know, what are you willing to do to change? Scale of 1 to 10. Now you should have two numbers. I saw one answer that was about 10,000. So you're gonna smash this. If you multiply your two numbers, you don't have to say the result, but unless you're 100, you're not the perfect student. All right, because there'll be excuses that come along that are bigger than your goals, and you'll wobble, you'll get sidetracked. Okay, you have to commit, you have to change to make this opportunity become reality. All right, if you're below 100, that's cool. We all get there sometimes, but the goal is to get to that 100 level. All right, it's called the Coachability Index. It's something I'm going to be talking about with everyone a lot. Where are you? What's your coachability? So when I'm trying to help you, and you know, the reason this is Fast Track to Freedom is I've made all the mistakes. I promise you, I've made the mistakes. So anything I ever tell anyone is purely to help. You don't have to do the same. So, you know, sometimes it's hard, really hard to learn because we've got something else in our thoughts that are distracting us. Like, well, I need to make loads of money now. No, you need to stay committed. 6 months of your life, fully 100 miles an hour going at the clappers, and your life can change forever. All right, end game. Have the end game in sight at all times. Absolutely. So I hope my rocket story and the other stuff kind of connected. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it has. Maybe I need to work on that. I will if I have to. But I just wanted to really explain, we've got 3 groups: educate, empower, enrich. Do your education, perfect the skill, be free forever. Simple. Cool. Now I've got one last thing to discuss with you, just to summarize with you before I bring on the main event. So I hope you're excited for the main event, because when I found out what was going on, I didn't sleep properly for days, and I had to go and run and jump in the sea. I live on the coast, and it's cold. I had to do all sorts of crazy stuff out of my head. It's insane. So if you're excited for the main event, just drop an 8 in the chat. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Yes, I'm excited. I am excited. Let's go. All right. What I want to do with you all quickly, you will see funded account options. Someone come off mute if you can't. I just want to literally very quickly summarize what's available to us right now, because it's going to make what's coming so much better. So this is just the first stage of the comparison. And those of you that are in my team, we talk about it all the time. But the first one I want to talk about is FTMO. First of all, is it exclusive to AMI or the Academy? No, it is not. You don't need to know how to trade to actually try and pass your test. So any old, you know, Tom, Dick, or Harry can apply for an FTMO account. So it's not exclusive to us. The maximum initial account you can have is 140K. That has recently increased. It was £70,000 or $100,000. Profit target 10%. You can see on the screen, you know, 30 days. So, excuse me, 30 days to complete that. Minimum of 10. You do have a daily loss limit of 5%. Max loss limit of 10. Profit split. You get 70% of your profit with no profit target. Maximum capital £280,000. Then Des explained this concept with us in October. Is it exclusive to the Academy? Yes, it is. You have to be a member of our wonderful community, a paying member of IM, so the education you get, you know, is good. And you can have a maximum of $100,000. Profit target, they're all very similar, 10%, 30 days to complete, minimum of 10. You have to have positive days of 50%. Yeah, that's not really an issue. There's no daily loss limit. That is quite a significant difference. You still got the max loss limit at 10%. Profit split is 75% with a small profit target. It's all very, very small. But the maximum capital you can get is 100K. So the reason I've looked at 2 is because what I want to achieve what I want to achieve out of trading might sound mental, but there's not enough capital in there. If I had both of them to make the amount of money that I want to make to achieve my goals are huge. If I've told some people, they laugh. Good. So I had the thought of, right, I need every single funded account there is so I can pull it all together to sort of make it make sense. Well, I'm very, very happy to tell you that that solution has been completely granted for us. There is now a one-stop shop, which is going to be explained by an amazing guest that's joined the call. The person we've connected a few times in the past, not just about trading. We had our drop shipping store. We, bounced some ideas off. He's always been a person that has always been happy to help, and same in return. If you ask me a question, I would try and help. We've always had that kind of relationship. We've never met. We've never been there. Now, when I learned what this lovely man's about to explain, we had a conversation on the phone, and everything that this person said was exactly what I wanted from my team, for myself. They're a funded trader, leading by example. They're doing the work. They're inspiring, motivating others. Exactly what I want to do with what I've set up. So absolutely in sync. Literally, absolutely loved it. Completely blew my mind. So without further ado, I'm absolutely chuffed to introduce Mr. James Filtness to the call. James, can you come off mute?
How are you?
Hello. Yeah,
how's my lovely new team? Hello, Rex. You all right, mate? You've appeared. You weren't there a second ago.
I'm here, brother. I'm here. Just for you.
How are you all right?
Well, I think we are great. Do you want me to give you host, or are you going to talk? How are you going to do it?
No, I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to say how it is, explain a little bit about what we're doing, how we're going to change the game. It's probably the best thing to say. And obviously, I'll just quickly introduce myself. So I'm James. I'm like the founder or CEO of FTA. I've been on this platform about 18 months. I won't bore you. I'll just get to the point of exactly where you need to start visualizing your journey and manifesting things into your life, and start thinking big and start thinking growth. Because the reason I'm on this call, the reason Chris got me on this call, the reason I connected with certain people on this call is to take to the next level without you even realizing. But this is what this platform is doing for us. It's connecting the people that have got big dreams. And obviously with goals, you're not going to get them goals. You're not going to get them dreams without obviously putting goals in place, targets in place to create them dreams and make it happen. If you want to sit back and watch people and keep going in the blue and hoping and then getting in the red and then panicking and putting out your trades and being, oh my God, I've lost money. Right, rather than just sitting there, putting your phone to one side and obviously making it happen. It's a reason for me connecting is to basically take us all to the next level. Chris is honestly, genuinely cares so much about his team, like genuinely. And that's why I'm here, because he wants to make sure that you guys can grow with him, which is obviously what I'm down for. I basically connected how I came onto this platform. My dad died November the 16th, 2018. I'm a property boy. I've been in the estate agency for about 18 years. And I'll cut this short because it's quite a long story. Get straight to the point. He passed away November the 16th, 2018. Sorry, my phone is pinging off, guys. Sorry, mate. And I got contacted by the one, the only Kofi on Facebook. He thought he was my friend from school. Sorry, I thought he was my friend from college. He asked me, how's Chris? I had a best mate called Chris. So I was like, don't know, is it him? Not sure. Because I've obviously been a bit of a party animal. I had a bit of a champagne lifestyle, learned a lot in that lifestyle about myself. Had to give myself a few slaps over them years. Won't go too much into that today, but I will share that story another day. And obviously I weren't sure. So I sort of basically hesitantly sort of text back or messaged him back, "How's Michael?" Yeah, because I just remember this dude. I thought looked like it must be a friend, and he messaged back, said, "Yeah, fine." So we spoke for a whole month after this, a whole month, yeah, as friends, literally. I thought he went to college, he thought in his school. He then introduced me to Des Ami. Des Ami basically came to me to buy property because I specialise in probate properties, below market value, commercial, teach you guys once you've made the capital from this, which I'll tell you my big vision, which is why Chris is obviously connected with me. So basically I'll teach you how to buy property with no money or with one deposit and turn one house into 10 houses in 5 years, that sort of stuff. So that's my main forte. And obviously, you know, I'm here to serve you guys when that point comes. The only person you need to call when you're ready for that is me, which is quite nice. Or Des. So anyway, Des, obviously, and I took quite a liking to each other, got the same sort of ambition, same goals. And we went into business. Like, strangely, I've gone like, okay, yeah, let's go into business. Whatever. He went into business on the estate agency. I went into business on the trading. I went down to Canary Wharf to meet my new team, to meet Kofi, greeted by Kofi, excited to see this guy I've not seen in 18 years. I'm not going to say the words I used, but when I got there, I was like, we don't even know each other. Yeah. And the exact same response. Kofi was like, this is mad. This is mad. You know, like how he puts his accent on. This is mad. All right. So we were just cracking up, but didn't get it. So I was like blown away. But then my dad was a trader for 37 years, guys. 37 years. So I kind of put two and two together. Cool. That's crazy. But then I thought maybe it's a bit of a coincidence. I'll run with it. Is what it is. Then I look back on Facebook, thought I've got to look into this a little bit, see what's going on. And Kofi messaged me on the 16th of December. So my dad died on the 16th of November. He messaged me on the 16th of December. I found that very weird as well. So I carried on with it. November 2019's come. I'm starting to make a bit of money. Me and Deza, bromances and business relationships got a little bit tighter, like the ant and deck in the trading world, but in property as well. We bought a few properties together. January comes 2020, and I'm like not fully putting my heart into this platform because I still do my property and I still will always do property on the side. But this is probably starting to take over. This is a crazy one because I find that the way the money's starting to kick in. The 4th of January come. My bank card come through the door, and it was my dad's year of birth as my PIN, in exact order, guys. Like, if that's not even just giving you a little bit of hairs on your stand up on your arm, like put some fire in the chat box for that, guys. If that alone has like just thrown you off, like to make you just put some ones or some twos, eights, whatever in the box. But for me, I literally said, I swear to God, I'm going to do this. I don't care. I don't care if you don't know me. I can't see you. I shouted out to the wife. I said, Rach! It's Dad! It's Dad! That was my reaction. My hair's even now stand up because I remember it to this day. And I said, I rung up Des. I said, Des, I'm all in. That's it. Let's go. As he says. And I said, right, what we've got to do. And I literally rung up my marketing team because I'm in business as it is. So I've got a bit of a good head around growth and numbers. And I've always been in sales. So I understand the team building side really, really well, which obviously is another little nugget I'm going to help Chris with and you guys with over the next 6 months, which is going to be really nice to help you all grow your businesses properly. Obviously, once you go into business with someone, you can't just give them half the secret. You've got to give them all the secret, right? Otherwise there's no point going in. So you've got to thank Chris for that, because we're going to change the game for every single one of you. After I changed that, since the 4th of January, so moving on a year later, well, just over a year now, I've had 67 people leave their jobs in FTA. 67 people have gone completely financially free. When I say that, is meaning that they've left their job. Yeah, so they no longer need to worry about their finances no more, because they're earning enough money from this platform, giving themselves more time, more money to create more memories. All right. And we've now got the fastest growing academy in the whole of the UK between me and Des. But the way I'm growing is probably about 4 times quicker than anyone ever did, which is changed the game in so many different ways. But then me and Des are always looking to find ways of growing the business. I'm not too far off. I'm probably, I don't know, about 100 off, 80 off being chairman now. And then obviously I'm looking to bring everyone with me to chairman. But the one thing that I've trying to get my head around was when we grew so quickly, there was a lot of animosity is the word to use, against me, against my growth, against my success, against the way me and Des are, the way things happen. And obviously I'm not shy to haters. I'm not shy to being punched in the face. I'm not shy to failing, guys. I've failed many times. I've been punched in the face. I've been uppercutted. I've been kicked. I've been booted while I'm down, guys. But look where I am. I still get back up, right? Because my dad only ever taught me to keep moving forward and never, ever give up and always move forward when you get back up, right? Life always becomes full of abundance if you know how to get this right and keep growing in that. Sorry, 1 second. And keep growing in that. Turn that off. And your computer's just pinging, ping, 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 ping. Sorry, let's turn that off. So yeah, all I know is growth. So Des brought out the 100K accounts. Wasn't really, I suppose, getting as many people onto him as quick, because you know what it is? It's confidence. It's confidence. All right. But guess what, guys? I failed 300K accounts before anyone even knew I passed. Yeah, because I'm one of them people. Just go. That's the only way I learn. And do you know what? It's the best thing I ever did was do it. Because the first one I failed in 24 hours. The second one I failed in 48 hours. And so don't stress, yeah? Because it is part of the journey. Because I never knew or witnessed the mindset that just changed overnight. Like, I'm smashing the fundeds. I'm smashing the demo. I'm smashing this 100. I've got 25 grand in my first week. I can do this funded. Go on the funded, put a trade on. My jaw just like, I'm like, get out of them trades, get out of them trades. And then obviously I was just chasing and chasing and chasing. So obviously, getting my mindset was key. They say 80-10, not 80-20, 90-10. I more would say 95% 5. Trading is up, down, and sideways, and you've got to make money. That's it, guys. If you get the right entry level, it will come back. If you use the right lot size, you won't blow your account. Be smart and grow slowly. But once you reach that goal, stay low, keep pulling back more money. If you're with me, hopefully you're with me. For example, 100K account, right? So this is where I was working all my maths out, trying to get to the big million, and working out how I'm going to do it, what I'm going to do, and getting all the team on it. So I put a plan in place that I'd start off at £15 a pip, all right, on £100,000, which you're probably thinking, I'll do £50 a pip or £25 a pip. Drop it, all right? So 1/5 of your normal risk management. Listen to me, 1/5 of your normal risk management at £15 a pip. All right. If you've got 5-6 trades a day and you're nicking 20 pips on each or 15 pips, that's about £750 a day anyway. You only need £450 to pass every single day. You only need 200 pips a month to pass. Guys, if 200 pips is easy for you to get, put in the chat box, like a 1 in the chat box. Honestly, genuinely. How many people can get 50 pips a week? Exactly. So why are you panicking? Yeah. With the 100K account, what we're going to do is we're going to grow. This is where I got it from and why we're passing so many. So we started in January. Basically the big news is I went above and beyond, smashed the granny out of it, because we've got influencers, because we've got celebrities on with FTA, because we're blowing to the next level. And I want to take FTMO out. As a businessman, I want to take out the competition. So I said to the banks and the people that we're dealing with, listen, you're going to need to give me a deal that's mind-blowing, that's going to take people to the next level, that's going to be able to change their life from this skill overnight. So I was sitting there and they were like, all right, we can do this. And then we come up with a deal of 100 to 1 million. So there isn't anything out there like it where you're going to be able to go from £100,000. You only have to keep 10% back each month. So it's exactly the same as the rules that you'd have on AMI Finance and FJ, because we are very similar apart from the next level. So the 100K, 10% back, they will double it to 250,000. If you made £20,000 on that 100, they will basically, you can invoice for 75% on the other 10,000 and keep 10 grand back still as well. So you can earn on your journey at the same time. All right. They will double it to 250. You do the same again that month, they will double it to 500. You do again the same that month, and they double it to 1 million for you guys with no restrictions at that point. All right. At that point, you stick to the rules of what we've said. You're basically going to be nicking anything from sort of 240,000 to 350,000 pound a month. But you guys have to get your minds right. Yeah, you have to get it right. It's going to happen and it's going to work. So what I was doing before this is with the 100. So I'm on my second funded now. I passed my second funded. So my first funded was a tight one, not going to lie, but I did all right. And I've just gone for my second one about 16 days ago. I passed my first stage in 9 days and my second stage in 4 days. And then just had to wait I've just got to wait for the 20 days now. So I'm just doing 0.01. And all it is down to, I swear to God, to pass these trading accounts, funded accounts, is this. And a small lot size. That is it. All right. I swear to God, even Siri just come in my ear and said, it's nice to be right. All right. It just literally said that to me in the computer. All right. It genuinely, and these are all the signs I get in life. So so with the £100,000, £15 a pip, right? Once you've made the £10,000, this is how I made my 100K. I passed it in 9 days. Yeah. £15 a pip, 7 trades a day. And I made £1,000 roughly. So I made my night, which wasn't what I was meant to do. I was going to do it the small way, but it ended up just happening. And I was hitting profits every day. So once I make my 100 every month, all I was going to do was put 100, my 10,000. So out of the 20 that I've made, I put 10 back of my own money in the drawdown. So from £15 the next month, I would up it to £7.50. So I'd give double the drawdown, but I'd up my lot size by half the amount. All right. And then the third month, I do exactly the same. I triple the drawdown, but I up my lot size half the amount of my original. So each month my risk is getting better. I'm giving myself more of a pot. And within a year of growing this, I'd have been sitting on an account of around £150,000 a month after 7 months of just a 100K account. So obviously, when I told my idea to the banks, that's why they agreed for me to do the million, because they obviously said, like, you're obviously working at your maths, you want to make it happen. And that's basically where we're at. We're going to blow. We've had 4 people pass their second stage. We've had 2 go live. Remember, we've only started in January. I've got 34 just about to pass their first stage. We've got 64 that have gone on to their first trial. All right. And do you know what it is? Confidence. And all it is giving them a little kick to go for it. And that's what we've done. And I actually think there's someone in my team on this call that I spotted, which is Kerry. So I spotted, I was like, oh, hey, she's on the call. And do you mind me sharing? No. So she's on a 100K account. Yeah, she's sitting back quietly. I know what she's been doing for like last 3-4 months. And then she messaged me and I've got an email saying, I'm ready. Let's go. All right. And she's doing it. She's like 4 or 5 days into a 100K account and she's ready. It's all mindset, guys. Moving forward, we're going to basically, obviously, I don't know if Chris can take his mic off at all with me and talk here. Hello, mate. Because obviously we want to really put you through your paces and get you on these fundies quickly. No more games. Let's level up. Let's all come to what we've come for, and that's make money. Like, who's sick of going month to month and being that entrepreneur that's chatting to everyone about how much money they're making, but actually in their back pocket they're like, oh shit. We're all doing it. Don't try it. We all do it. We all do it. And we want to take to the next level. So obviously, you know, by doing what we're doing and Chris putting in what he's putting in place for his team and everyone that moves forward with your team, there isn't any reason that all of you can be funded within about 16 to 20 weeks. All right. But what we need to do is we need to know exactly where you're at. I mean, Chris will tell me individually where you're at. I mean, what are you all like what strategies are you doing? Like, how's it all working for you at the moment? Are you all doing different things?
Yeah, so we all do harmonics. So majority of people have got a very, very good like bank of knowledge. They've been through boot camp, watched Manny, and then they're just learning what I've found has worked. So
gotcha.
I've taken the strategy and kind of applied it in a certain way. So we're all doing that. And then there's some that are doing like gold cup on top.
Nice.
And like having a second, but that's kind of, it's mainly around harmonics, yeah.
Perfect. So harmonics is a massive part to what we do. Are you all open to learning something alongside harmonics, or do you want to stick with harmonics? This is and run with what you're running with at the moment. What you thinking, Chris?
For me personally, I'm up for anything that works. So you've had success. I'm just about to pass my FTMO. So that's like, I'm literally like £800 away from, I'm watching it now. Not that I should be. But yeah, mate, I'm literally, you know, I understand that people, you know, can relate to different strategies in different ways. And like my way isn't the only way. So...
No, listen, there's lots of different ways, like, but the harmonics, to be honest with you, is the best tool out there. 100%. So you've been learning exactly the right way. Obviously I do one of my fundings on harmonics, passed purely on harmonics. I do another one, and then I've got a second one that I do Fastrack and harmonics to identify. Obviously that's what Kofi does. But obviously we mixed it up a little bit more. We do stuff very similar to, I suppose, smart money, bank heist, stop hunt, with Fastrack and the harmonics to identify the big trends for the day to be able to catch like sort of 50 to 100 pips. So I think moving forward, you know, we've got these accounts. I will think of an incentive for you guys as well on the funded accounts. I will relay it to Chris, and Chris will obviously set that up for you guys. But guys, you've got to go for it. You've got to go for it. Think big, think growth every single day. Stop thinking of failing. Stop thinking of failing. Start thinking you're already there. Start picturing you're already there. And honestly, like, listen, I wrote, listen, two more mind-blowing things actually that will blow your mind. So last week I got a letter. Yeah, by the way, once you get me talking, I don't stop. So get used to it, right? I got a letter through Company's House. I've got an estate agency that I tried to set up on the side just before COVID, like a purple brick style, like a sort of managing agent in every postcode, before I really was pushing this. And obviously due to COVID, can't door knock, can't really hunt down other properties, all that sort of stuff. So it's kind of been ticking over in the back foot, but I've had a few issues with it as well. So I wasn't sure what to do moving forward with it. So last 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, what should I do? Not sure. You know, kind of asking for a bit of help from the main man up there, I suppose, who's guided me to where I am today. And I got a letter through the door from Company's House. and it's basically said on the letter that if we don't hear anything from you, we're going to strike you off the register, which is standard procedure. Nothing to be concerned about. It's just going to chop that one away. No longer. Remember, I've tried a few times, so I know a company how they work. Yeah, all right. And on the letter, it said, if we don't hear anything from you, because there's a couple of documents outstanding, which I'm probably going to, well, I'm now not going to send to them, we will obviously seize the business. We're going to seize the business on the 6th of April, 2021. Guess whose birthday that is? That's my dad's.
Blimey. Oh, my God.
Bank card, my Kofi, asking the question about the business. No, get rid of it, concentrate. All right. So I'm now on a mission, genuine mission, to change 30,000 people's lives. All right. It's as simple as that. You don't need to be in my team in FTA. If there's someone within other teams of AMI Finance, because Des changed my life, you know, we're willing, we're here to help. And that's why me and Chris connected. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm, you know, going to get involved and get you all funded. Start thinking big, guys. Start thinking in 6 months, you're going to be earning 10 to 15,000 pound minimum a month. Minimum. Yeah. And then each month, if you hold that drawback, it goes from 15 to 28, from 28 to 35, from 35 to 50, from 50 to 65, from 65 to 80. It is that good, month to month. All you got to do is change the lot size.
That's it.
That's it. How do you think there is so many millionaires? Do you know what? I'm not even fit. Look, listen, you might think I'm bonkers, right? I'm not even chasing. So when I started this, I was chasing the family lifestyle, which is what I am chasing for. Never chased the million, chased the lifestyle. I went to chase it before and I lost it all. I've come back from I'm a recovered cocaine addict, guys. Yeah, I'm a recovered party animal. I chased the lifestyle. I chased the lifestyle and I almost lost everything. Yeah, I lost my wife almost. I lost my relationship with my daughter. I lost absolutely everything almost 5 years ago. And I looked in the mirror. I'm going a bit deep with you guys, but I suppose it's nice for you to see where you come from. And I fell on my knees and I said to myself, and I cried my eyes out. And I don't look like a man that cries, right? I cried. I had no way. I had no other answer but to ask for help. White flag, mental. And I realized that, and then that just hit me. And I looked in the mirror and I said, it's you. It's you. All these years, you've blamed everyone around you why you can't get to this spot, why you can't get to there. It's me. I've been pulling myself back for 32 years, almost making it, and then blaming someone else around the corner because I've not made it. Blaming my wife, blaming my daughter, blaming this. So then I went on a self-development program, and this is where I am today, guys. I came from that, from £180,000 in debt from a business partner that ran off with all my money 5 years ago. I wrote a check out. Has anyone ever seen Jim Carrey and Oprah Winfrey? Have we all seen it? Give me a 1. If you haven't, give me a 2. Yeah, Chris knows. He's told everyone. I'm sure he has. Or Rex has. Rex has. One of you has. 2. Right, after the call, if you've done the 2, go just YouTube Oprah Winfrey and Jim Carrey. That's it. So he wrote a check out for £10 million. This is another mind-blowing thing, yeah, to tell you how amazing things are happening for you. They are happening now. Now, yeah. My energy is too much. And I swear to God, this is why my team are blowing up. This is why I'm going to. My passion's too big. I know every one of your lives are changing. But you have to believe it yourself, otherwise you ain't going to get there. All right. So Jim Carrey wrote out a check, yeah, 5 years, 1995. He wrote out a check out for Thanksgiving, yeah, 1999 for £10 million. He didn't know how he was going to do it. He just knew he was going to write a check with law of attraction. Doing what he's doing, going through his going through all the storms that he's going through. 1999 come, his dad passed away on this journey. This check that he wrote is rusty in his wallet. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving 1999, he gets a phone call from the producers of Dumb and Dumber, his first big film, offered him £10 million. Exactly what was wrote on the check, guys. If you find that amazing, put that in the chat box. I'm going to tell you one more thing, all right? And then I'm going to hand it back to Chris, and then we're going to blow yous up, all right? It's simple, all right? Because I need to go and get my choreograph, Rex. I need my choreograph after this. Right, okay, so, right, I wrote out a check 5 years ago, yeah, when I was in and going through all of my issues, rock bottom, didn't know what to do, followed it, wrote a check out for £2.5 million. Yeah, £2.5 million. Remember this. I wrote out a check for £2.5 million and I dated it the 18th of March, 2022. So that was 2017, March 18th. I wrote it because I know the date I wrote it because I wrote the same date 5 years on. All right. That's next year, right? I then worked out what £100,000 can make me with my exact lock size without even realizing I've got a check in my wallet of exact journey that I'm on with the £1 million account and the £100 account, two of one side. And by March next year, on one of them accounts, do you know how much I'm going to have? To the exact point of that exact method I just taught you, £15 a pip, which I never knew. I just was doing it because that's how I passed, and cutting it by half all the way up to March. Do you know how much I'm going to have in that one account? £2.5 million. I say no more. I say no more.
That's your drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. Done. It's done. Guys, believe in this platform. Believe. This is life-changing. This is not a joke. This isn't something I sit down and... I'm an Essex boy. I'm a true Essex boy. I'm a true Essex boy. I'm a true Jack the lad. You show me how to make money, I will go and make money. I've always been a hustler. I know how to make a bit of money to feed my kids. But when I went through what I went through, and I was employed back and forth in a state agency doing what I want to do, and that anxiety feeling, knowing I could lose my job again, is never, ever going to happen to me again. Because when I vowed to my dad, I'm going to build a legacy, I vowed to build a legacy that I would never have to let my kids ever have to worry financially ever again, or me. Yeah, going from job to job and going through what I did with my addictions and being in a job 6 months, then coming home and telling them, oh my God, I've lost another job. You know, my problem. And I've got to try. I vowed to never, ever have to rely on another person, another man, another woman to have to pay me a bill each month to feed my kids. And that's why I embarked on this journey, to get the money to work for me. And thank God to IM, thank God to Des, thank God to Kofi. Come July last year, yes, I do okay in property. Don't get me wrong. I managed to get myself out of a lot of debt and stuff. I was able to go up to bed one night, goosebumps were up here, when I realized that this academy, it makes me enough money in my sleep to pay my bills every month. Guys, yeah, my bills are paid. My family are looked after, and I could sit here for 24, 25, 26, 28, 30 days a month and just talk to you lovely people. But we're not going to do that. We're going to the top. And these £1 million accounts, guys, are going to make you a millionaire within the next 12 months. All right? It's happening. And this is why, let's do it. Let's go. Who wants it? Come on, let's go. Let's do this. All right, I'm going to pass it back to Chris because my energy is too much, and I'm actually going to go for a run after this call.
Have you got the sea you can jump in? You jump in the sea, that helped you, mate.
I've got a 10 by 10 pool.
That'll work.
I'm not joking either. I jump in it every day. It's my kid's pool. I've left it up for 2 years, and that's my medicine. I jump in it every morning for about 5 minutes, ice cold, and just sit there.
Love it, love it, love it.
So yeah, guys, I hope that's helped. That's my story. I'm James, and we're going to get you funded ASA. Oh, one other thing I want to put, I was thinking, do you want to go into our groups as well, into our Fastrack group with all the others and learn with them as well? See what you think and get involved, because we're all up for helping you if you want the help.
Oh, mate, that's amazing. That is amazing. Guys, like, if any of you have felt motivated, felt inspired, felt like, you know, the one thing I got from James, that every time we speak, passion, integrity, but your goals are big. Like your goals should move you, literally, like should shake the world around you. And that is,
Yeah. Your why should make you cry, guys.
yeah.
Your why should make you cry. You should sit there and be able to put your hand on there and know that you would do anything it takes to get that money. Be fearless on this journey. Stop worrying about what other people think.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about them. Worry about
Good
your
for you.
family. The funniest thing is these people you talk to on Facebook or Instagram, you don't even know them, but you're more concerned about what they think than your own family.
Yeah.
Stop worrying. Go and get what you want to get. Go and get your goals. And it will come. Remember, COVID's almost over. We've got these seminars happening. We're going to be blowing this up.
It's crazy.
I'm going to have Rex smiling on the stage for me. I like his smile. He's got his big cheeky smile, man. Everyone's going to sign. Yeah, so I will, if you can add all your numbers, send them all over to me, and then I'll add them all into the group. Oh, and if I send you a link really quickly, I'll just do it now really quick. If I send it to you, Chris, and then you send it into your link. Keep an eye for, I'm going to make Lee Bowers very busy, but keep an eye for Lee Bowers. He's fantastic. He's one of my best mates. Came on this platform 7 months ago. He's been able to give up his job. He's just about to go on to his first FTA funded. He's on an AMI already. And he's compounding all the way up to the year. So by the end of the year, he'll be sort of pocketing around £1 million straight.
Wow.
Wow. Do you know what I mean? In 2021, we're becoming millionaires. It's like, trust me, I'm pinching listen, I pinch myself every day as well. Yeah, I'm like, Jesus, this is like every day I'm trying to keep myself grounded, but it's happening. It is 100% happening.
I just want to echo so much you said as well about mindset, because when, like, if you've got a £10,000 account or £1 million account, the trade's the same, the lot size is different. That's it.
That's it.
So you've got to be able to, you've got to train yourself now to get what you want going forward. Like, it's just your lot size. If you're emotional, you're gonna struggle. You've just got to be a robot. You've got to work on yourself over and over and over. And
you got.
I was going to say there's going to be a queue of us at our banks when they open, because we don't have checkbooks, James. You might have to send us a check. You're too young for that.
No, oh yeah, good point. Guys, grow it gradually, and then once we've got you on the funded, grow it gradually. Don't rush the 20 grand. Don't rush 25 grand a month. Let's get 10 grand. Let's put 5 back. Give yourself a bigger drawdown. Let's get another 15, put another 5 grand back, and grow it for a year. So when you look at it and you're 6 grand in drawdown, it ain't going to pinch you. It ain't going to matter. And now you've got a pipeline of your own money within the funded, with the funded, day to day. As long as you're winning 70% with the right risk to reward, you're never, ever going to lose. And you're going to keep growing. It's just getting to that point, which we're going to do.
Amazing. James, personally, I just want to thank you so much for committing your time tonight. You didn't have to do that. And I can't wait to impact everyone I see.
That's what it's about.
Is getting impacted. Thank you for teaming up. Let's do it. Get it.
No, you're welcome. I'm excited. I wasn't going to go that deep, but I thought, you know what, I will.
You treat us.
Yeah, because you know what? It's so important for you to realize whatever you put your mind to, guys, you can go out and get. You know, like between us, I'm sitting here, you know, from almost losing absolutely everything. Sold 2 properties in that journey. My wife bought a baby, like a box of clothes, baby store, like baby clothes, because she didn't think I was going to pull through, because I was quite bad. I was in a very, very bad way for 2.5 years, leaving the house at 11 o'clock, disappearing till God knows in the morning, partying, gambling, doing what comes with that sort of lifestyle, I suppose. And so she got a little box of clothing to try and survive. And obviously come out of what we've come out of. She's got a thriving high street in Essex, online business with over 100,000 Instagram followers. I've got a web design company, probate company, property investment company alongside Des, state agency, trading floor. And that's all from going through a storm, guys. So remember, I didn't know that I was going through a storm at the time, but now I know why I went through a storm. And it was to bring me to better things. And to be honest with you, I genuinely believe I was put through a storm to change lives. I believe I'm here to impact your life. Genuinely believe it. So, you know, if you're ever feeling down, ring me. I'll be like, yo, it's all right. Even if I'm down on that day, you won't know. I'll be like, it's okay. I've got this thing in me that just like wants to help people. It's so mad. And I know there's a few on this call, like Chris, Amanda, 100%, Kerry, 100%. The rest, I'm not sure. I don't think we've obviously met, but I know all of you are exactly the same. And that's why, you know, this whole platform is so inspiring, you know, from every angle, really. So
Amazing. Amazing.
good.
I've
added the link to you, mate. I've sent the link. So.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Guys, last thing from me, the people that are in my groups, I'm going to send all the documents for the funded accounts in our group, so you can look for all the T&Cs, you can, you know, go crazy. But lastly, guys, just drop something in the chat for James. Absolutely. I've seen all the comments. Like, I think everyone's...
I haven't even looked. Let's have a look.
Everyone's...
That's it. Oh, thanks, James. Inspiring. Love it. Salute. Amazing. Outstanding fella. Not bad at all.
What I love as well, it's not just what we've got access to, it's how we get there. Like, you've done it all. So, you know, with us working together, the way, the integrity we've got, you know, is done. Let's just put our minds to it.
Yeah, next year, guys, every single one of you on this call will be at least a 6-figure trader, 100%.
Yeah.
We've got a whole year ahead of us. So, yes, listen, you're going to fail. Some of you on this call are going to fail. Yeah, you're going to fail your first, maybe your second. Be open to it. Stop. Who cares if you fail? It is what it is. Keep going.
Absolutely, mate. All right, guys. Well, that's done for the night. So, James, again, thanks. Thanks to everyone that showed
thank
up.
you very much, mate.
Everyone that's not in my team, thanks for jumping on. And let's get it. Let's make 2021 the year to remember. Let's do it. All right, guys.
Fire! Chris ain't going to invite me to another call now. No, checks.
You can take over, mate. You can have it.
Thank you, mate. No, I really appreciate it. Really good call, mate. Honestly, seemed like a lovely bunch.
Oh, they're crackers. They're crackers.
Good. I've sent you the link. So just if you can get them all to join, then I'll welcome into the price track really quickly and let them know.
Sweet.
Got a lovely new team in there coming. I'm excited to help you all.
Got it. Got it. Okay, mate.
All right. Thank you, mate.
All right.
Take care.
See you soon. Cheers.